The Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation presents the 2020 Basketball Live. Now, here are your hosts, Jim and Julie Boeheim.
Welcome to our house. Thank you for joining us. This night would not be possible without the incredible team at NBC3.
That's right. You know, we didn't want to cancel in the middle of such a crisis and with such an important need in our community and our world as we're all going through this together. And we're just so thankful that NBC3 stepped up and made this possible. We would usually be at Turning Stone tonight, dancing to prime time, having a great time up close and personal with all of you. But here we are, all dressed up, nowhere to go, home together. Alone. Does any of that make sense?
It's better than us being just alone. It's better to have you all here.
Absolutely. So we are thrilled to have you tuning in. All of us coming together. I think it's more important now than ever that we feel together in whatever way that is. And so we're thankful for this opportunity. Come what may. He promises to be fun. We'll see how it goes.
Thank our sponsors.
We've got a great show ahead of us. We really do. You know, we've had the fortune of having a presenting sponsor 7 years in a row. Printing and Promotional Solutions, Todd Roosh, his wife Amy have stepped up to the plate. 7 years. I mean, that is outstanding. I can't say enough about them, their generosity. We really don't even ask. He just is like, I want to do it again. And, you know, thank you so much, Todd and Amy and PPS, along with all of our other sponsors. So many of you have been with us year in and year out. When things changed, you weren't calling to see what was going to happen. You stayed the course. You stayed with us. And here we are, and we appreciate that so very much. We came up with a creative way to show thanks to our sponsors by asking some really special people at some of our favorite places to support. And here's a look at that. All of you, really. It takes all of us. This is our 21st gala. I can't believe it. We've been able to do this for 21 years. Would not have been able to be possible without each and every one of you, from sponsors to supporters of every and any kind that we've had and been so fortunate to have. I want to thank our co-chairs, Jim and Peggy Carrick. You know, the moral support that they give, the friendship, their loyalty means so much to us, and we really love and appreciate you guys. You've been with us for a long time, and we're never going to let you go, so that's that. And also, Kelly Taylor, who is in our basketball office, double teaming here and helping with our foundation, making all of this happen as well. You know, it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of people participating. Thank you all for your help. We're a small operation with very little overhead. It's important for us to tell you this. We have one part-time person, that's it. No rent, no overhead, hardly to mention. And so everything raised tonight, everything that we bring in stays right here. It goes right back out, almost 100% of it. And I think that's important.
Ooh, that was good. You got through all that?
Yeah. Oh, wait, he gets to say something?
It's fun. I get to talk. But it was fun seeing those kids and the people that you help with the money that you send in to us. And obviously we've been stuck here at home. I think some people are tired of some people, and but we wanted to bring you into our house.
Yeah, it's great to open our doors to all of you. We're used to a full house. We love having kids here, people here, and now here's a chance to bring all of you in. Hey guys, welcome to our home. Come on in. So this is the kitchen, everybody's favorite room in the house for sure. I'm a short order cook, full-time right now, and cleaner. I'm particular, it's the one place that has to be clean at all times. It's a bootleg jersey that I somehow came up with as a family gift to Jim for what we consider was his 1,000th win. We as a family consider that. And so I had all the people part of that win and that day and that staff sign this. So there's some really special signatures on this, including our late great Kelly Subert and Mike Hopkins, who was with us, and we missed, but he's doing great. And so I'll catch Jim reading some of these periodically. Again. So the Easter Bunny brought Legos. Yeah, the Easter Bunny did make a visit here. And then this was completed very recently, and it's pretty awesome of the dome. It's really amazing. Buddy did this all by himself. This is Weenie Dog. He's been with us since before, maybe when Jimmy was born. A very long time, 22 years, let's say. We got him glasses because we say he looks like Jim. And then this is something Nike did of a few coaches, and Jim was one of them. I think it's so cute with the mustache. So this is what I guess he would look like if he grew a mustache. Let's hope this doesn't happen.
Just a lot of great stuff in here. I guess if you're around for 40-some years, you're going to get some of this stuff here. These are all the rings, the national championship ring, which is actually small. The world champion rings these are big rings. You can't wear these rings; they're so heavy. But they're nice to look at. Proud to have won them. My mother played basketball. She was a star player in high school. She was the best of the older Boeheims in basketball. Best one, Father of the Year. I'm not sure how I got that, but some organization gives that out. That was it. Father of the Year. I don't know if my kids would agree with that one ever, but good memories in here.
I think my favorite thing is in this room in here. The case of all of his glasses throughout his career. And I mean, if you put these on, it's like you can't see a thing. Like he couldn't see anything. Like I can't see anything. I can't see how many fingers you're holding up or anything. So I think these are definitely pretty funny to look at.
This is definitely the best part about the house, I think. And, you know, ever since we got it, I've pretty much spent most of my time down here every day, so it's definitely a lot of fun. All my friends love it. 10 kids next door at the Fallon, so they come over here whenever and play basketball. I'll play with them every now and then, and you know, it's a lot of fun having other people around that can use it as well.
But we have a house that if they want to eat anywhere in the house, they can. There's no limits, and that's what we wanted here, to be a real livable, comfy house. So Jim's accusing me of that last statement not being true, because I do kind of nag at them. If you're in our house, you can eat anywhere you want, though. These guys, not so much.
Yeah.
So every year we give out a Most Valuable Player Award, the MVP Award, and we're really excited to present this award with our good friends who we're missing right now, missing going to dinner with, missing spending time with, Ashley and Bram Palm.
You know, the MVP award was renamed for Kelly Subert, who was with me for 13 years and was the heart and soul of our program. This award means so much to all of us because of what Kelly brought. Every day, each and every day, she was the spirit of our team and our office, our coaching staff, and she just is a great lady, and we're proud to be able to honor her with this award in her name. And it's going to two people who are really just like she is, great people. we're fortunate to have these people with us.
We are, and Kelly adds so much value to this MVP award for us. So Bram and Ashley knew Kelly, and so I know it means a lot to them as well. But more about Bram and Ashley have just been incredibly generous to our foundation, to our community, to their communities of Schenectady and Pulaski. They just go above and beyond. I can't say enough. Ashley helped us purchase the 4 new vans for the Boys and Girls Club along with Nye Automotive Group. Bram has helped fund Jim's fantasy camp. He's had to pay campers to come because nobody really wants to go anymore, but
We're too old. We're too old.
True.
We got too old.
So we are just thrilled to honor Bram and Ashley Palm with our MVP award. We love you guys. We thank you so much. Here's a little message from them.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Julie. Hi, everybody. Bram and I are here in beautiful Anderson Valley, California, sheltering in place and working on our new venture, Brashley Vineyards.
Thank you, Jim and Julie, for this Kelly Subert MVP award. Kelly was a very special person, and I know what she meant to both of you and the Syracuse community in basketball.
For those of us who knew Kelly, we know that she had a passion for everything Syracuse, the program and the community as a whole. It's very special. Thank you very much. When I first heard we were going to be sheltering in place for 3 weeks, I couldn't imagine what we were going to do. And now that we're coming on 6 weeks, I'm sure, Julie, you're getting kind of sick of Jim by now. It's really turned into quite the crisis, and we really need to do everything we can. There's still so many unknowns. So tonight it's all about giving to the Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation for COVID response and relief.
I'd like to give a thank you tonight to all of the Central New York first responders as well as essential workers. Included in these are those 350 employees of ours at the Fulton companies who continue to work through this entire crisis to make critical products for hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, as well as food processors and others. Ashley and I have decided to match all donations to the Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation up to $100,000 for COVID relief.
So we want to thank you again for the award. Love to you both, love to the kids, and please give tonight. Thanks very much.
They're unbelievably
Truly generous.
unbelievable, generous people, and you could tell Ashley's really very good in speaker's role, and you can tell Bram is an engineer and just like very matter of fact. But they're great people, great team, and they've helped us for a number of years and continue to do so this year.
That matching gift is unbelievable. So we're missing our team tonight desperately. This guy is missing the team every day. It has taken him places that, not yet.
Oh, not my hat yet? Oh, okay. We're saving that? Okay.
It's a big adjustment for him and for all of us. Buddy is wearing a bow tie. Jim too. We had the guys were going to all wear a plaid tribute to number 44 here. So we're missing all the guys. We're going to bring them in though. But first we want to play a highlight video that one of a guy from Camillus put together. Ryan Files. He's a 2015 graduate from SU Law School, a lifelong fan, and he's a great video, what do you call him?
Producer.
Yeah. Thank you, honey.
That's
Let's
all
take
right.
a look. And before we go in, we were the last team to win this year.
Oh.
Now.
Here it is. This hat, remember this hat?
And good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the Carrier Dome tonight.
Did it get on?
America's greatest fans are here. Look at this crowd. It's unbelievable. The orange and the home whites, and we're ready to go here at the Carrier Dome. You pumped?
The ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star. In all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked. But now it shows. In one shining moment, it's all on the line. In one shining moment, they're frozen in time. But time is short, and the road is long. In the blinking of an eye, that moment's gone. And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'cause inside you knew that in one shining moment you reached deep inside. One shining moment you knew you were alive. Feel the beat of your heart, feel the wind in your face. It's more than a contest, it's more than a
with two. You've got to be joking. No. Good eye.
Yes. And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best, 'cause inside you knew in one shining moment you reached for the sky. In one shining moment you knew, yeah. In one shining moment you're willing to try. In one shining moment you knew. One shining moment.
Hey guys, welcome. I just want to say hello. Nice to see everybody. I'm sure everybody's getting a little bored. I'll start out with Marek. Everybody wants to know one thing. How many pounds you gained, Marek? That's all we want to know.
Really? I'm not sure about that.
Pounds? 5?
It's about 10.
Whoa, that's good.
Yep.
That's what they want to know. Bill had the lowest turnover percentage, I think, of any freshman guard in the country. That's pretty good.
Who, Joe?
Joe Girard. Right?
Really?
I know because my father sent me that.
Sure he did.
Uh-oh, here he is. Jalen, how you doing? You getting your schools down pretty good?
Yeah, everything is good with me.
Well, we all wish you the very best, and thank you for being a great teammate this year. And I know you're going to help somebody when you get there.
We brag about you
I
all.
appreciate everything, man. This is a great team to be around, and I'm gonna miss you guys. So it was fun.
I think this transfer rule is going to get passed, and you'll be able to play next year. That's what I think. So,
Sure. Hey, Julie, how you doing?
Good, honey. Good to see all of you. I really miss you, and he really does.
Mason, how are you doing?
Good.
Good, mate.
You doing your schoolwork from home?
Yes.
Robert,
Robert got a haircut too.
I like your haircut.
I'm going there right back.
John Bull, what's up, John Bull?
Where the big stepper at? Oh, big stepper.
Big stepper in the house.
That's cool.
Mater, where's your weight? Where are you carrying your 10 pounds?
His hair.
Nowhere. My hair.
When you get the haircut, you'll lose 3 or 4 pounds.
Probably.
Elijah,
Peloton is tough.
how's down in southern New York down there? Everybody scared down there?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I mean, I've been in the house for the most part, so.
We can tell by that hairstyle.
Well, on behalf of all the fans, I'm just going to say, E, don't go.
He's going to go make some money. That's what he's doing.
Hey.
Oh, what up, Nick?
I'm telling you, that hairstyle don't fit you. I'm telling you.
I was bored, yo. I just did it because I'm bored.
Yeah, no. Be on board. Do something else.
Just wanted to leave you guys with a couple things. Make sure you're doing your academic stuff. Take care of that stuff for sure. And then secondly, try to get some push-ups in or whatever it is you can do. If you get near a gym anywhere, that's good too, but it's tough to do. You just got to wish Elijah the best. He's going to have a great career in the NBA, and we're really proud of him, proud of everything he did this year for Syracuse. And I'm proud I didn't get a chance to really tell all you guys how proud I am of what you've done this year. You did a lot of good things, and especially the last game, which is the one you kind of remember the most. I think everybody can build off that game and plan on starting the year next year playing just like that. And, just take care of yourself. Be safe. Jesse and Marek, you keep eating a lot. Marama, you keep eating a lot. Quincy, try to find a gym someplace, throw outdoors, something, throw up some shots, because I got you shooting 33% from the three next year.
Uh-oh.
You made his day.
Look at him.
You made his whole quarantine.
He made his day. He just woke up. He just woke up.
Anybody else believe that he can do that? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let's see.
Yeah, I love it.
33 attempts a game or a percentage?
33% from the field goal, 3-point field goal line. That's what he's going to do.
How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Have you on here?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Nick.
Nick, what's good, Nick?
Oh,
You guys take care. Be good. We'll talk to you soon this way, and then we'll see you in September for sure. All right.
Miss you guys.
Miss you all. Miss you guys.
Madden, brother.
Well, I'll see you tonight, Madden.
Okay.
Okay. Tonight.
We're on.
We really miss those guys. I mean, I'll tell you, it was such an up and down year, but the way they finished the end of the year, particularly obviously the North Carolina game, I think it just set everything up for the future. I think this young group coming back learned an awful lot this year, and there are not that many teams that have 5 of their 6 main guys coming back next year. So I'm really excited about this team. Jalen and Howard and Bryson, all part of our group. They're always part of our group, even if they're going someplace else. Great kids. This year, I thought Jalen Carey was one of the great, cheerleaders on the bench and pulling for his teammates and telling them what to do. And that's tough to do when you're not playing. So it was a great group. Obviously, we got off to just a little bit too slow of a start, but the end of the year was great. And I'm really looking forward to everything. And I do like getting this hat out again.
It's time to take it off, honey.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe next season.
We'll see you, hat.
See what you can do. Talking about good teammates, and this was such a special group this year that we had. I just loved each and every one of them, as I always do. But you've had some really great teams. You're 44 years, which is hard to even digest. And your first teammate, 58 years ago?
Well, Dave Bing started the whole thing. He started Syracuse basketball. We had lost, before Dave came here, we lost 29 straight games. It was a national record at that time, and hadn't done much in basketball. And now Dave Bing comes in and changes everything.
Let's hear from Dave Bing.
Hey, Jim, Julie, this is Dave Bing. I just want you guys to know that our friendship goes back a long ways, Jim, all the way back to 1962. And you have done an amazing job in your tenure as coach at Syracuse University. You've had a lot of success. I know that you're very proud of what you've accomplished, and so am I. But I think what you're doing over the last several years in terms of raising funds for Coaches for Cancer has been probably supersedes what you've accomplished as a coach. Raising over $5 million, and matter of fact, giving out more than $5 million over the last several years to worthy causes in the upstate New York area, specifically in Syracuse. And now that we're going through some unbelievable times with COVID-19, you have come to the table again to help those kids in particular in the Syracuse area, to help them get through tough times. I just want you to know that I surely cherish our relationship. You and Julie have done an outstanding job for a long, long time. And people in Syracuse and its surrounding area should be very happy and fortunate to have you there doing what you're doing. So once again, thank you so very much for what you're doing, and I look forward to seeing you as soon as this is over.
You know, he's been a friend for 58 years, and he's still the greatest player that ever played at Syracuse University.
Awesome, man. So you're 44 years. There's tons of highlights. You know, a lot of them were before me, but I see that all of this, a lot started 44 years ago for our community and for our basketball program.
They have video way back then?
Yeah,
Really?
it still
When I
works.
started?
Let's take a look at that.
Before you were born.
To be able to do anything for 44 years takes tenacity and passion. To be a coach for 44 years, well, something's got to be wrong with you, really.
The first time I met Coach, he was 30 years old, and he was assistant coach recruiting me. The next time I saw him, he was the head coach, and I'd signed to come to Syracuse. It took a very short period of time to understand that he knew basketball really well. That plaid coat followed us around. It was our good luck charm.
I don't know what Jim did with that plaid jacket. It was a good look, though, huh? He's come a long way.
We'd have a morning practice really early, and then Coach would say, listen, I want you all to get together, and then we'd go over to Upstate Medical Center to the Terminal Children's Ward. Coach would have us all together. It was just like a big family. It was a great way for us to bond also as a team. We played checkers, we played Monopoly, we played these games, and it was so funny because we never won. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting taken to the cleaners by these kids. I'll never forget the first time one of the nurses just came over and was giving us all a big hug because she said, these kids haven't had this much fun since they've been up here. And I don't even think Coach knew this, but just after Coach Boeheims started recruiting me, I lost my brother. He had leukemia. He was 11 years old, so it was something that was near and dear to me that I wanted to do, but I had no idea. I didn't know this about Coach before I decided to come to Syracuse. If you think about it, they're teaching you basketball, but they're also teaching you the qualities that you want to have as an adult.
The fact that people like Roosevelt Bowie, John Wallace, Derek Coleman, Billy Owens, all these greats from the beginning to, you know, even now, still look to him and are in his life. And it is family forever. And when I see these old photos, it reminds me of that. When we met, I saw him involved in Coaches versus Cancer, and his dedication and energy and passion about everything he was doing with them.
We saw it go from each personal coach's involvement to the actually have a game at Madison Square Garden where the coaches would all wear suits and tennis shoes. So it got a different twist all along. Next thing I know, there was the Jim and Julie Boeheims Foundation. It's more organized. You have more people getting involved. There's a lot of people in the community that have joined in year after year.
We've been able to give larger gifts. The Boys and Girls Club, Upstate Cancer Hospital, Casey's Place Rescue Mission, First Tee, and those always pack a punch. But the smaller ones are just as important. It's vast in what we've been able to do, what this community has been able to do through this foundation.
Every year you think they can't get any better, and they keep adding and making it more exciting.
What this foundation has accomplished has been way further than we could have ever imagined. It's exceeded our wildest dreams.
It has grown, but no matter how big that group gets, they're all people that come there that care about the charities that Coach is involved in. The Syracuse fans are the best in the world, and I've played around the world, so.
I believe Syracuse is striving for greatness. We have a great thing going, and I just want to see it continue.
Oh, by the way.
Wait, here's the fish. I don't think so.
What's wrong with this? Look at this, stylish.
Can you even see?
No, can't see a thing.
That's okay, you do look good. Can you believe this actually happened? This look?
Pretty cool.
This is the best Etsy had.
Yeah, you started going out when I was wearing this, so it couldn't
I know. I've got someone else to comment on this jacket.
Hey, how's it
can't
going,
hear
guys?
him.
I gotta say, we're gonna start seeing those jackets all over Central New York after tonight. What do you think?
I hope not.
Me too.
So I just finished putting up about 100 three-pointers in here. I only made about 10, Coach. You know, that's to be expected, right?
Well, we have a couple guys that can do that.
Now, I've got to say, because I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that you can still get that jacket up and over the shoulders like that after all these years, or that shot we saw that went all over social media last week. We're going to take one more look at it here, and then we're going to ask your take on it. So let's play that video, that awesome shot from Coach last week. Hey, once a shooter, always a shooter, right, Coach?
Well, you know, it was the second try. I threw one up accidentally. Then I tried, and it was in and out, and I made the second one, which shocked me. And I'm not going to go down and try it again because I don't think I could make one out of the next 10 or 15 that I try. And a two-hander.
Hey, you always got to end on a make.
And the first one was the air ball.
Jimmy's looking at me like, what? You can't do that. Of course, he goes to Cornell, so what do you expect?
So I got to ask you, when you look at it all time, we just watched the 44-year retrospective, who might be the most impressive shooter you worked with, whether it's the guy you coached or play with throughout your basketball career?
Shooting the basketball, you know, I think you have to go to the Olympic team and Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. I've never seen anybody like that. Those two, they take 500-600 shots after a hard practice. Out of 500 shots, they might make about 420, you know, 430. I mean, they take 100 shots, they make 90. It's crazy how good they can shoot it. And as far as who we played against, Chris Mullin was the best shooter we played against when he was at St. John's. We'd beaten St. John's every time we played him until he got there, and I think we only beat him once or twice when he was there. He was a great, great player, member of the Dream Team. And when I talk about the Big East, I think it's Patrick Ewing and Chris Mullin. They're the two greatest players that I've seen in the few years I've been around.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not the only one with questions tonight, though. We have some fan-submitted questions. Let's start with two young ladies that sent in this video.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and my question is, what's the maddest you've ever got during a basketball game? Hi, I'm Hayden. How did your son get the nickname Buddy?
Right here. It's his mother's. She gives nicknames to everybody in our family, and I don't know where she comes up with them, but it's Sissy, Buddy, and
JJ.
JJ, and she calls me a lot of names that we can't talk about on television. You know, we can't really go there, but she comes up with all the names, and I don't think anybody even knows who Jack Boeheim is.
Jackson.
I don't think anybody knows who he is. It's been Buddy since as long as I can remember, and always will be.
And then the maddest you've ever gotten.
Well, you know, that one game, where was it, at Duke, when I did this thing here and just threw it up like this, and they threw me out of the game. The only time I've been thrown out of a real game in my career, and it was a bad call. What are you going to say?
Yeah. We commemorated it with this jacket. We'll try to do it again in this.
Yeah, we'll do that again. No, we won't.
First of all, it was
We're
a
done
terrible
with that.
call.
We're not going to do that anymore.
It was.
Yes, it was.
So
you're going to get bad calls.
We're all doing
That's
this
just
at home in the crowd.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you,
we've
Nico.
got one more question we have for you, Coach. Let's roll that video.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's what happens. Technical problems on live TV, I guess.
Yeah, no. Well, the question was, though, Coach, I'll relay it for our guy, Teddy. What was your jersey number when you played, and why did you pick that number?
You know, I was 35, and it was because nobody wanted it, and it was the only number left. I was the last guy to get to choose. So, and I realized that, you know, Buddy would like that number, so that's why I got 35.
All those years ago, he knew. That's how smart he is. All right, pitch to coach.
You know, now, thanks, Nico. Now I'd like to talk, we're going to talk about a really good friend of mine who has brought me into the Olympic movement. We had some unbelievable years together. The great coach, best coach in modern college basketball, Coach K, my friend Mike Krzyzewski. You know, it was tough starting out. And to get there and accomplish it, even though people think we're supposed to win, people sometimes forget that we weren't winning. So
well, you know what you did, and the two of us, what we did is we brought the fact, look, we wouldn't be at our places at Syracuse and at Duke for 4 decades or more if you didn't build a culture of success. And so to me, when I was given that opportunity, I wanted you to be with me the whole way, because you're not only bringing your basketball knowledge and your competitiveness, you built an amazing culture there. We've built one at Duke, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. That was built with USA basketball was culture, and the players bought in. Obviously, Jerry Colangelo brought his ability to to develop a culture, and those 11 years that we spent together are. No one will ever have that.
No.
And look what it did for our families too. I mean, our families became like families. It's been beautiful, really.
Well, and it inspired my guys. I know that Buddy got to be the player he is, and Jimmy got to be the player he is, because they were inspired by being around Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and watching that. I think it inspired.
Well, I knew it wasn't because of inherited talent.
No.
Because that skips a generation at least. And your guys are pretty good, and your daughter's pretty darn good too.
Well, I think too, the one thing I could end on is that our last game was a win against North Carolina. And
you should have been ACC champs.
Was that your last game, a win against North Carolina? Did you have one after?
Yeah, we did. Holy mackerel. You know what though? Your game. Wow. Here's the thing. Going into the ACC tournament, I told my staff, I said, I hope we don't play Syracuse or Notre Dame, because Syracuse is ready, and then Mike Bray's team can really shoot the heck out of the ball. So, I wasn't surprised with the win.
I was shocked. We played pretty well at home, and they beat us by 11 or 12 2 weeks ahead of that. So I thought we could compete for sure, but the way North Carolina doesn't get beat like that.
No. Well, were you aware? Your assistants probably didn't tell you this. Your team had a meeting the night before and said, we're not going to listen to anything that Coach Boeheim said. We're just going to play. They didn't tell you that?
Well, yeah, Buddy led that. Buddy started that whole thing. And, I'm going to coach like that from now on in. We're just going to, next year, we're just going to let them, go play. Because if you can beat North Carolina by 28 points down in Greensboro, which they don't like me in Greensboro that much, although I'm a little bit better liked down there now.
They love you. They love you.
Thank you for doing this, and hang in, stay safe, and let's bet we're going to be back playing basketball.
That'd be great. Yeah, and thanks with all the stuff that you and Julie and your family are doing, Jim. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
All right.
It's great to have Coach K here with us and participating in this tonight. Every time I think about Duke, I think about that great win we had at Cameron last year. And it was on the heels of that the Weitzmans came up with that incredible donation to the Boys and Girls Club if we won. So that win was very valuable to our community in more ways than one.
I think it was over $150,000.
It was
pretty generous.
Unbelievable. And we can't say enough about Kim and Adam, their friendship. Their generosity, it has no end. They're such great, loyal friends to us. We really appreciate them. Jim and Adam are kind of like the odd couple.
Yeah, he's smart and I'm not. Adam is, again, we're going to get a little help from Joe Girard, and we're going to show you what Adam has decided to do this year, and we're going to turn it over to Joe Girard right here.
What's up, everybody? It's Joseph Girard III, JG3, as many of you may know. My guy, Mr. Adam Weitzman, challenged me to a free throw contest. I'm going to shoot 10 free throws, and for every make, he's going to donate to the Jim and Julie Boeheims Foundation. Hoping I can make 10 and make Adam's pockets hurt. Y'all can do that for sure. I'm really gonna make the pockets hurt though. Alright, cool. Alright guys, I shot the phone with Adam and he's challenging me to another competition. But this time he said it's gotta be a trick shot. And if I make it, he'll throw him the big bucks with Jim and Julie Boeheims Foundation. Alright Adam, you asked for it. Boom. Got it! Bunch of money right there for my man, Mr. Adam Weitzman. Shout out to Jim and Julie Boeheims Foundation and go Orange.
Thank you, Joe Girard, for making all of those shots, because for every free throw, Adam and Kim are donating $2,000 for a total of $10,000 or 20. I'm from Kentucky. $20,000.
And then Adam came up with a trick shot, and he's doubling the dollars.
Because he
$20,000 to make a total donation of $40,000.
Unbelievable.
To go back into our community.
Thank you so much, Weitzmans. We appreciate and love you so much. What a fun way to do this. So, that's you.
Oh, I'm supposed to. Oh, I thought that was you. Oh, Jim, that is me. Thanks for everyone involved in our online auction for any donation, big or small, and $10. If you send that in, it'll go into this community. So whatever you can do, we're happy to get that donation here. And of course, here are some of the items we have, some of the premier items we have tonight.
Yeah, so usually this is a live auction.
We got some stooges here.
Yeah.
We got some stooges
So these guys,
here.
we'll see how they do, but I'm happy to have them involved. They're learning a lot through all of this, as all of our kids are. So Jimmy, what do you have?
So yeah, these are a Carmelo Anthony signed pair of Jordan 9s that were made to honor his part in the 03 championship run.
Sis?
This is an actual piece of the old dome roof, and it's really cool to see how this was the only material keeping the people inside the dome from the sky, and it was obviously an essential part to the Carrier Dome, and a lot of memories were created underneath it.
Yeah.
Now we got my favorite item, Tom Brady signed helmet. Even though he's not playing with the Patriots anymore, he's still the greatest quarterback of all time and was able to win 6 Super Bowls with the Patriots.
What do you think about that, Jimmy? Right? Go?
No comment.
But who likes the Tampa Bay Bucks now?
Yeah, we're all going that way, I guess. Except for Jimmy. Thank you guys, you did a great job. We have some more items on top of that. We have season tickets for the home games with a parking pass. Your tickets are better than mine, but you're near me. We can become friends.
Golf trips?
not trips,
Well-
but three rounds of golf. One at Wolford's Roost in Albany, one at Oak Hill in Rochester, and there's 2 available here at Onondaga.
And you have to make a trip to get them. That's what I was trying to say.
All right. And we have an away trip on the team charter. You ride the bus with the team to the airport. You get on the plane, stay at the hotel, sit behind the bench. It is a great experience for 2 people.
And if we win, it's fun all the way home.
We'll leave him there if we don't. And dinner for Prime, 6 people. Come have dinner with us, the 2 of us, our assistant coaches, and their wives and significant other. It's a lot of fun. We've done this many years. Danny Clam at Prime Steakhouse downtown here steps up every year and rolls out the red carpet. It is something that you'll want to experience.
Next move.
Okay, and all the way from Washington State, we have another special guest.
Hey, Mike, how you doing out there in Washington? I just wanted to check with you. What do you do with your players in the off season and the end of the year and not knowing what's going to come forward with the transfer rule and everything?
It's been kind of crazy. We actually had one guy put his name in the portal, and it was over a Zoom call like this, not even being able to be face-to-face. So it was a little bit different. But I was really concerned, just even on the academic side, these kids remotely learning, what's their environment going to be, hard to hold them accountable. Actually, it's been the best is we tell their mom their whole schedule, and the mother holds them better accountable than we do. So that's been good. But it's been hard. We just try to work with these guys, meet with them every morning, start off.
Well, I remember you as a 10th grader when you came to our summer camp, all 6'3", 100 pounds. And that was a long time ago.
Time ago.
Years ago was that?
Gosh, Coach, that was 1984. I came to Syracuse basketball camp in 1984-85. Going to be my first year in high school. And I remember just even as a kid watching the games and watching that dome and seeing Pearl and watching you going face to face with John Thompson. I remember I was watching a game and an orange came from the third deck and hit the back of the backboard. I think Patrick was shooting it.
Yeah.
And I always laugh because I think you had to go on the microphone and said, "Will you please stop? Can you please stop throwing things?" In the back of your mind is like, we got the best fans in the world. And it was, that, and then being able to sit and see that and then meeting the Pearl for the first time. I mean, it was like this. I just met the lead singer of the Beatles, and so that's what Syracuse meant to me at that time. And it was just so amazing. So amazing.
Well, you meant as much for Syracuse basketball as anybody, as a player and assistant coach, and what you did here. And your tremendous success out at Washington, we'll take some credit for that, from taking you from 9th grade, because you wanted to come to Syracuse in 9th grade, and that was 36 years ago. So it's been a great run, a great journey, and it's great talking to you again. And I'm hopeful, as you are, that we'll figure this thing out, and by September 1st, hopefully at the latest, we'll all be back in school, getting ready for another season.
That's awesome, Coach. It's great talking to you. You're the best. And, for what you do for the community, you and Julie, and doing this and even making it happen during a tough time is the person you've always been, a great leader. So thank you.
Thanks, Hopper. We're both getting a little thin up here, too.
I'm a lot of thin. Great talking to you.
Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
Great seeing the kids.
Thank you.
Take care. Hey, and by the way, Buddy's a beast.
He's getting better.
I watched the games, and it was Will Conroy, who had played my assistant, who played in the NBA. He's just an incredible guy. He was talking about Buddy is like Kyle Korver. He says when he gets an opening, it's like automatic. So, and I know all the work that he's put in. So happy, so fun to watch him. So
thanks,
we'll see you, Coach. If you ever need anything.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Gotta love Hop. All that energy, tons of fun, family forever for sure. And I should have said the state of Washington, not Washington State. Sorry about that. So we've had a lot of fun here. We don't want to lose sight of what our core purpose is here, and it is to provide COVID relief here in Syracuse, in our central New York area. We try to make that a broad area. We've been able to give out actually $91,500 in the last few weeks towards this, mostly food, feeding our children. We've given to larger organizations and church food pantries. The need is just so huge out there, and we were already struggling with feeding our kids. But kids being hunger today is unthinkable. It really is, and in our community, it really is. So we're all wanting to join forces together and get more of this money out there. And everything raised tonight, again, is going back out in our communities for COVID relief.
And hopefully we're going to hit in the $400,000 mark after we're done with this tonight, thanks to all of you, and that money will go back into our community. We want to end, though, backed by popular demand, the great Vanessa Williams.
Hey, Julie and Jim Boeheim, it's Vanessa. Thank you so much for asking me to be part of your evening tonight. You two do so much to help the community, and since I can't be there in person tonight to sing, I will do it from my home. It's different times, but we all need some higher ground. This is for you guys.
Walk me over this horizon. Let the sun's light warm my face. Once again, the times are changing. Once again, I've lost my way. While the words of ancient poets fall like dust upon my shoes, greed has grabbed me of my vision, turned my heart to higher truths. So take my hand and lift me higher. Be my love and my desire. Hold me safe in honor bound. Take my heart to higher ground. I have walked too long in darkness. I have walked too long alone, blindly clutching fists of diamonds that I found were only stones. I betrayed the wealth of ages for a warmer hand to hold. Though the path of life is narrow, but it leads to streets of gold. So take my hand and lift me higher. Be my love and my desire. Hold me safe in honor bound. Take my heart to higher ground. In this world we move through shadows, never sure what we see. Though the truth abides between us, come and share the truth with me. Ooh, so take my hand and lift me higher. Be my love and my desire. Hold me safe in honor bound. Take my heart to higher ground.
Vanessa Williams, unbelievable. Thank you so much for your donation to us tonight with that beautiful song. And you can see our community is already hard at work. I mean, those pictures speak and say 1,000 words. We're living these last few, now it's becoming months, in a life that's just stripped down. And when you're living in that, what's important comes to the top. And for me, that's God, family, and health. And that's never been truer than today.
We're going to get through this, and we have to have really special thanks for our healthcare workers who are on the front lines, who are battling every day. In this country, we overcome whatever it is we have to overcome. We always have, and we will overcome this just despicable disease. We will beat this disease, and we'll beat it together as we have so far, and we're gonna get there. And we're all going to come through this, and I think we've all learned some things about ourselves and each other.
We are all in it together. And, we talk about the front lines, and there's so many people out there every day on the front lines. And to me, I can't ignore our kids being on the front lines. In their own way, they are on the front lines, learning in a different way, being thrown this curveball, trying to process it. And then you topple that with financial needs, lack of food, and support. It's hard to think about. So we want you guys to stick with us. We have lots more fun, lots more work to do, lots more money to raise for all of this that we've just discussed. We have Elijah Hughes coming up, and our #1 MC for the gala for many years, Sean McDonough. So anyone watching from NBC3 television, switch over to cnycentral.com. All of you on computers, stay there. Stay with us.
Thanks, NBC3.
Yes.
Unbelievable job. Thank you. Thanks for all of you.
Stay.
taping this?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting 55 added onto my score because it's the age differential. 73?
Woo, plus 54 or 55.
128.
That's not good. Oh, good shot, bud.
You miss like doing stuff with your friends.
I come down here and play pinball, but there's no one like else trying to play against me unless my dad comes down or one of the boys play with me.
We just got Rock Band this year. It was a big hit. Jimmy's really good at the guitar.
Buddy and I are the puzzle doers. Jimmy will walk up sometimes and get a piece and think he's the best puzzler because he can do that, but he doesn't stick with it like we do.
They won't even let me come in and do one piece because they'll know I'll make a mistake and that's it. So, have fun.
So I have only one more week of classes and I'm done, which is a relief.
I'm a big procrastinator, so especially now that I get to lay in my bed and do all my schoolwork, it works for me in a way.
I'm in a mushrooms class for like a science elective, so that one's a little switch up.
What's up, Pop?
Hi, kid!
Look at you guys. I love it.
I mean, like, we still have each other, so that helps.
Hi everyone, welcome back. And for this segment of the show, we are going to be taking over while my parents are changing. We just wanted to say thank you to everyone out there supporting and watching the Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation, and for those who are also taking a chance and donating towards a very great cause.
As you just saw, we've been keeping busy trying to spend as much family time as possible. When we're not fighting, we're building puzzles, playing games, watching movies, and my personal favorite, showing my dad how to use Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real challenge for sure. He's not too technologically advanced. But something we know you guys have loved hearing about was some of the dares we have with our friends that particularly mess with our dad. So here's a little more on that.
Here to that hoop, and the last one to not make it has to do like a dare or something. So it'd be, you know, if it was winter time, it would be run outside with, you know, just your shorts on, or, you know, just run around the neighborhood, anything like that. And a couple of times it was mess with my dad. So one time my friend had to go sit on the couch next to him, and, you know, he kind of looked at them like, what are you doing? Like, and my friends are all terrified of him, of course. And one friend had to turn off the TV when he was watching it. It took him about 20 minutes to do it. So we've had a lot of fun memories playing down here, especially that game especially. It's the best.
Yeah. It got to the point where they were like so afraid of him. One of my friends lost and had to go like do something to him, and like we were like, all right, we'll give you an option. Like you can get a swirly instead if you want, like head in the toilet. And he chose to do that instead of like messing with my dad. So like, that kind of shows you like to the point it got. But my dad ended up like he eventually caught on. He'd kind of go along with it, like scare the kid quick and then like laugh about it. So those are always a lot of fun. All my friends, we still talk about it to this day.
Yeah. So this is definitely the best part about the house, I think. And you know, ever since we got it, I've pretty much spent most of my time down here every day. So it's definitely a lot of fun. All my friends love it. So it's really nice, especially for the neighbors. We have like 10 kids next door at the Fallon, so they come over here whenever and play basketball. I'll play with them every now and then. And you know, it's a lot of fun having other people around that can use it as well.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. We did a little quick change. Jim just said, why are you wearing that?
Yeah, what
Well,
is
it's a feather theme. My dress had feathers. I've been waiting for the perfect occasion to wear this. I've had it for years, so I finally found it.
I'm probably
and
gonna need
pajama pants are always in style.
I need rehab now after my knees standing up for an hour.
You'll be okay, honey. Let's talk about what you're wearing. So this
This is I think this is the national
is
championship.
from 2003,
warm up, I think.
and
yeah.
it still fits, does it?
More or less.
So we're kind of in weird outfits here. Well, this isn't weird. This is classic forever. And then this T-shirt they redid this year. This is one of the best logos. Arguably, everybody says it. Our championship logo.
We're not supposed to wear that anymore.
Well, Nike redid it this year, so we're
Okay.
legal.
All right.
We're legal. So we hope you're having fun. We feel way better in these. This is more us, except for minus the feathers. This is our look, minus the makeup, minus the hair. I couldn't even find my hair dryer, believe it or not. After I
Are we going
took
to
a
Nico
shower.
now, or are you
No,
just
no,
gonna
I'm
talk?
still talking about
Oh,
my
okay. All right.
my
I thought we were doing
lack
something.
of getting myself together every day. So, yeah, we do have Nico here. He wants to get involved again with us. So let's go to Nico. What you got, Nico?
Well, I was going to say, I went with the old
There he
Otto
is.
logo here. This is kind of a classic too, right?
Yes, we love Otto.
Awesome.
Coach, I got to ask you, when the kids were talking about the dares in the basketball court, what was your reaction when one of the friends turns off the TV in the middle of something you're watching? That's kind of crossing the line right there.
You know, they just thought they could get the old man and get him upset, but they didn't really get that far. I just gave them a little look, and they all ran like as fast as they could run. But Buddy's unique. He's got a group of friends that he's been with since, I don't know, 6th grade, I guess, 5 or 6 guys that have been with him all the way through. And
They've been here a lot.
they
We love
come
them.
here and they play Monopoly, and they get in there and fight and argue and throw pieces at each other for hours. But I remember many nights being here at 8 o'clock. They'd be here at 7 o'clock and still be here at 2 or 3 in the morning. And it was always fun having them here.
Yeah.
And, you know, just seeing their interaction. And they're still close. And I think those guys will be close forever.
Great memories. And, you know, a dare like that will make a man out of you real fast.
I don't think I could have done it. I think I would have gone for the alternative. I got to be honest with you.
They hung in. Some of them were good. Some of them were a little scared.
I got you there. Well, you mentioned Buddy and Jimmy having that group of friends it's been for a while. Talk about being around for a long time. Sean McDonough and you guys, and I know he has the video clip, but obviously that relationship you have, first of all, there's not a better broadcaster out there, but I mean, he's just been so awesome to Syracuse and Central New York, right?
Well, you know, Nico, the people come to Syracuse, and what my experience has always been that the Sean McDonoughs, the Mike Tiricos, the Bob Costas, is they come back. They give back to their university. They, you know, they don't get paid. They come back. Sean's done our gala so many times I can't count, and you know, we kid him a lot, but he's great at what he does. But he just comes. He pays his own way back. He hosts the night. He gives us a donation on top of that every year, $4,000 or $5,000 usually. It's great to see people that give back. I think the one thing in this country that we're seeing come out a little bit more now with the COVID is people realize they've got to give back. You know, I've been very fortunate, and I'm giving back really nothing compared to what some people are going through. And I think it's important we keep doing that. Not just give money through our foundation, which we love doing, but give money personally to the university and to people in this town, kids in this town. And I think it's a message that the thing I've always said about Syracuse, Nico, is whenever we do an event, people support it. Coaches try this in other communities. They can't get 200 people. They can't raise $50,000. And year after year, we've been able to raise $600,000, $700,000 or $800,000 every year. And the great thing for the people in the community to know that if we raise $800,000, we give back $500,000 or $600,000 the same year. We try to build up a little bit of a fund so that when we get into an emergency situation like this, we're able to immediately get out $100,000 right away. Or if something comes up in terms of a cancer researcher, we have $100,000 to put right into that plan. So most of our gifts are 10, 15, 20,000, some as small as 2,000.
$50. I mean,
Yeah,
everything.
but sometimes we'll
Fine.
have $100,000 for 3 or 4 different organizations that really need it, and it can make a big difference for. But the only way we can do that is because people give in this community. They always have for everything we've done, not just with our foundation, but when we did Coaches versus Cancer, when we do Make-A-Wish, we raise $100,000 every year for.
And a luncheon. But
and
that's
one
this
lunch.
community. This community is unbelievable.
It's the people in this community. That's what gets it done. No question.
Absolutely.
Well, your foundation's inspiring. My wife and I, we made a donation on the site tonight. We encourage anybody else who's able, we know it's tough times, able to do that. You can go right to the silent auction page and hit that donate button, even if you're not able to bid on the silent. So if anybody who's able. Now, we do have a clip, though, from Sean McDonough that we want to show everybody.
Greetings, Jim and Julie from Scottsdale, Arizona. Just wanted to swoop into your virtual gala and wish you well as you continue to do great work for the people of Central New York. Throughout the years, it's been my honor and blessing to MC your in-person gala several times, certainly more than anybody else, and definitely more than these two, the legends Costas and Tarico. I just like to show that picture. I like to be photographed next to them because it always makes me feel tall. I'm sorry we can't all be together tonight in person, but I do want to do my part in honor of my sister Erin, who's worked in healthcare her whole life, and in honor of healthcare workers all over the world who are doing such heroic work to help all of us. So the McDonough family is going to donate $5,000 tonight to the Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation. That's $1 for every year that Coach has been at Syracuse. And as we say goodbye, I just want you to know that the people of Central New York really do believe that when it comes to charity, Jim and Julie Boeheim are #1 in Central New York. We love you. God bless you. Thanks for doing this.
Wow, $5,000. That's just awesome to
Awesome,
see. Thanks so much to
Sean.
Sean McDonough for that. So we have another video clip we do want to get to, though. This is from a guy that everybody in Central New York knows and really appreciates what he did the last couple years here in town, Elijah Hughes.
What's up, guys? It's Elijah Hughes here. And I just want to give you guys a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys made it so much fun to play in the Dome, to be in Syracuse and just be a part of the community. You guys made it so much fun, and it was awesome for me. And it's something, these last 3 years is something I'll never forget. And I also want to give a shout out to Coach and Julie Boeheim. You guys are unbelievable. Just first of all, great people. Great people to have around, great people to have in my circle, my corner. Julie is like that second mom to me, and Coach is like another father figure to me. So it's been awesome. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and just thank you.
Elijah, he is the best. We are going to miss him and wish him well. And that jersey he's wearing is in our auction, so go look for that. But I want to go back to Sean McDonough. Sean, you are the best. We do love you. You are our favorite MC, and we've had some great ones. So that says a lot. And I have to thank Harrison Productions. Michael did the video on that, and it's outstanding. But thank you for your gift, your love, your support.
Well, thanks, Sean, but really you should be thanking us. You were on the bottom, on the way down in your career, as I remember, and you did the 6 overtime game in Madison Square Garden, and they gave you a new contract right away for 4 years. So you were, you should
Jim
be
planned that.
Probably should be sending more in, but we'll take the 5 and appreciate it. And for Elijah, great. We've been very fortunate with transfers. A lot of transfers don't work out, a lot of places. We've had great success with our transfers coming in here, and Elijah was as good as anybody. I think he's got what it takes to play and make the NBA, not just get a draft pick or get a tryout. I think he's got what it takes to play in the NBA. He was great this year, and we wish him the best. And I think he helped this young team get through the season, which could have been tough. It could have been a lot worse, but he helped us get through, and I think he showed our younger players what it takes, and I think they know now what it takes to be a championship caliber team. So we really appreciate everything that Elijah did for our program.
Yeah.
Let's get some questions from Nico now, I think. Fan questions.
Lots of Zooms going on out there. We appreciate everybody dressing up and being part of this too. But Nico's got some fan questions for us.
Yeah, so here we go. We've got, again, we asked for people to submit video questions, and certainly everybody's always wondering all your things they can ask you, so let's go to our next video question from a fan. Now, the idea behind that was when you really look at it, they've been watching, they've been asking throughout the night, and one question we saw on social media, Coach and Julie, I guess we can ask you both this. The most special moment from this past season. We know there was close games, there was thrilling moments. What was the most exciting or thrilling moment from last season?
For me, it was the game against Cornell. I mean, I have to go with that. The fact that we're even getting that is such a, it wasn't even a dream. Who could have dreamt that? I mean, I can't even believe it's happening. And I think we've only got one more of those left, so I'm already feeling kind of melancholy over that. But, to see, my two sons out there playing and then their dad coaching them, listen, I don't take that for granted. It's just, and it's hard to absorb it in the moment. And I think that'll get sweeter with time, but that's it.
I think the thing with Watch, I remember when they were little and they were good players, they were getting started. But I remember saying, well, your mother's tall. That's why she's here.
Yeah.
And so if you guys get tall, you're going to be really good
I
players.
did my part.
And Julie did her part, and
they're good because of me too, but it's okay.
Yeah,
We won't
that's
tell them.
absolutely true. But they've worked hard. The reason they're good players is they've worked hard and made themselves into good players. And it's a great moment for me coaching them. But there was a lot of ups this year, even though it was a disappointing overall year because of our start. But the finish with North Carolina, we hadn't beaten North Carolina in a while. We're going to Greensboro to play them, which is obviously North Carolina country. We just came out and just dominated the game. I mean, North Carolina's never lost like that in the ACC tournament, and that's over 40 years. So to be able to play like that, I just think it was great for our young players. Our freshman guy, Joe Girard, had 8 assists, no turnovers. Buddy had a really good, strong, solid game. Quincy coming off the bench. Barama continued playing the way he's played the last six or eight games of the year. And all those things are good signs because we played a North Carolina team that thought they were going to win the game, thought they were, obviously much better than us after beating us. So I think that game taught all of our players that they can win any game they play. So from that point of view, that was a huge highlight for the year. And when the season ends with a win like that, it's a good feeling, and I think it sets us up well for next year, which is what's really important now.
So I have to tell you, looking around social media, I know we're all busy with this show, but I was able to peek a little bit. Honest to goodness, a lot of Syracuse fan Twitter handles have already changed their profile picture to Coach to you in the plaid jacket and the glasses, and they're all asking the same thing. Would you ever bring it back, even for one night only?
I think so. We hadn't talked about that, but we kept that jacket for a long time.
I never saw the jacket.
I think you gave that away, and the rescue mission wouldn't take it. I
wish we had it. Listen, I wish.
That was a stylish jacket. That was very expensive. I bought it in New York City. It was at the time. That was 1978 or 9. It was like $250 for a sport coat. That was a lot back then.
Well, and I've been looking for fabric to replicate it. I was looking for fabric for tonight's event, thinking we would be at Turning Stone, and that's something we could even auction off after Jim strutted around in it or whatever. But I could not find the fabric. So if anyone can find some fabric that looks, pull up those old pictures, they're everywhere. If you can find matching fabric, we've gotten close, but not close enough. Let me know.
The interesting thing today on my phone, I got 4 different people sent me the Dick Vitale scrimmage game in Rochester.
Well, it's out, honey. That's next.
Yeah, I'm like going, where did this guy? I can't believe people even had cameras back in those days.
It wasn't that long ago, was it?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That's a great one.
I'm thinking 25 years anyway, at least.
Lots of old stories being dug up leading up to this.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff, really. It's been fun. It's just been awesome. To think that we can have fun and make a difference is
We're about, let's go. Let's look at the Dick Vitale throwback thing here. Let's see that. Where is
No,
that?
you want to see yourself.
Yeah, I was good. I was good that day.
I like to be the underdog.
Keep him quiet. Just keep him quiet
I'm
for
the
like
heavy underdog
1
here.
minute. 1 minute. Here, 1 minute. If I keep him quiet, he's going to get his little butt kicked.
I'm going to get my. See, this guy's he's been practicing down at the Carrier Dome, shooting jumper after jumper, working out. But again, Mr. Boeheims always used to those cupcakes, so I'm just another cupcake.
It was 15-3. We came out and we said, well, he said to me, we'll just make it fair. Won't go after it. I said, yeah, that's right. And then he jumped right into me and started pushing me right off the bat. And I was like, what? I played 18. It was 90 degrees. I played 18 holes just coming over there. So I was not going to go for the long haul. So as soon as I got the ball, I think it was 3-2. I think he hit 2. I scored the next 12 straight, so it was 15 out. I had to get it over with because I was so tired, and I ended up making like 2 or 3 jump shots because I couldn't drive anymore. But he got the ball a couple times. I blocked it. I was going to play for fun, but he didn't want to. So, it got a little heated, got a little intense there. But we're still great friends. It was amazing. There was just people, thousands of people to watch 2 old guys can't play. Can't play basketball, but it was a battle. It was a good battle.
Oh, that's great.
Then we had a free throw shooting contest too. So I think he tied me it was 22 out of 25 or something. Then we had a shootout, and I made 10 straight to beat him. So
Great.
That was good.
That's awesome.
You got to win those.
And that was all for charity?
Yeah, I forgot. This was 25 years ago. My son just came in and said somebody said it was bad basketball. I said, well, it's 2 old guys. And the funny thing was, it was 95 degrees, and we played outdoors at like 3 in the afternoon. I barely got through it. I mean, I had to make a couple long threes just to get it over because I was almost out of gas.
That's a great way to fundraise. We'll have to, that gives me an idea. You think, after you made that shot.
We were 50 years old then and hadn't played basketball in 25 years. It's amazing one of us didn't have some kind of heart attack or something.
Well, we should bring either Dickie V back or somebody else that you think you can beat.
Nobody.
And do it. Reenactment.
There's nobody I can beat
for
right
charity.
now. Let's go to these tweets. I want to hear what these people have to say.
Yeah, there's some comments that people want you to, some messages.
Mean tweets? Okay.
Messages.
There's a lot of mean people out there. We can listen to them.
Jim Boeheim, college b-ball coach or tax attorney for the government in a 1980s drama series.
Few things remain the same. Jim Boeheim still sucks, and their mascot is still a piece of citrus fruit.
Bernie Sanders looks like he could be Jim Boeheim's older brother. Accurate.
The Knicks should hire Jim Boeheim, to be honest, just to get him out of Cuse.
This tweet says, who do y'all think the most overrated coach of all time is? I'll start, Jim Boeheim.
Jim Boeheim is such a whiner. Sit down, Jimmy. Sit down. That's good too. Those are funny. Both accurate, I think.
I would say a couple of those tweets are probably right. I am a whiner. I'll give that one up. And Bernie Sanders, I was sitting in a restaurant with Buddy in Atlanta, and a guy came over to me, and I was really excited. He said, "Oh, really? We love you. We love everything you do." I said, "Well, thank you." And then he said, "Good luck, Bernie." I was like, what? I swear, true story. Il Locolino in Atlanta. If you ever go there, that's where you want to go to eat. But yeah, there's a lot of mean people.
Well,
it's just the way it is.
Yeah, but you know what? And you have to laugh at it. You do.
Well,
but now today, more than ever, we need kindness, guys. I think about it all the time, and it starts right in your home. But yesterday I was checking out at the grocery, and I asked the girl, and I said, are people being, extra nice? Are you finding, people are smiling and friendlier? And she said, just sometimes. And, I'm like, shame on us. That just can't be. We have to be kind all the time. When we come out of this thing, I want us to be renewed and better.
Especially now. We need to be nicer. And
Yeah. I'm so happy that the paper got rid of the comment section. I know Syracuse.com anyway, and I know a lot of people are not happy about that. But when you're on the receiving side, it's really helpful, and it just spreads negativity. And and coming into this, thank goodness we don't have them still, because I think even going through something like this, people would still be mean.
Just the way it works, and researching this, when you have a comment section, whether it's on Syracuse.com or anything, there's about 20 people that make all the comments that are negative. And if you win a game, they don't make any comments. And if you win 3 or 4 in a row, they don't make any comments.
Yeah.
When you
We always
lose
say,
a game,
where are they?
That's when they come back out. And it's okay. I mean, that's part of what it's all about. That's life. There's going to be criticism of everything we do and what happens, and it's just something when you're in a public spotlight or whatever it is, you're going to have to understand criticism is going to come. And I learned something from my high school guidance counselor when I was in 9th grade. He told me, he says, Jim, I don't know why he said this to this day, but he looked at me, and I was a pretty average 9th grader. I was doing okay, but he said, Jim, everybody is not going to like you. I said,
we do want people to like us.
I said, okay. But it was you're just, mainly what he's saying is you're not going to please everybody, and everybody's not going to agree with you or like you. And, when we lose a game, a lot of people aren't going to like me, and that's okay. That's just part
sometimes he doesn't.
It's part of the job.
Want to come home at night
and,
either.
But one thing I have to tell you, I'm more upset than any of you are upset. When we lose a game, trust me. And
I always say nobody should be upset like that, except for us.
We're not trying to lose that game.
Yeah.
But, you can't have great fans unless fans have great passion.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have great passion, they're going to be upset. And that's okay. That's okay. We can live with that and try to get better.
Yeah.
That pushes us and motivates us.
Which is what you're doing physically too, right?
Well, that's why I do Pilates.
Yeah, really good shape. Well, let's see. Let's everybody. You guys want to see this?
I'm not great. This is just a.
We're not on.
This is.
Way to go, Coach.
Are we on?
How bad was it?
Yeah. I mean, that's not.
No, that's my video.
You keep talking now. You can hear it.
Yeah. Honey, nice.
Oh, can we talk on this?
Yeah, they can hear us now.
I mean,
so that's enough. We've seen it once.
Yeah, that's too. We don't want to see too much of this.
How bad was it?
But I'm really proud of him for sticking with it. He's done it for how many years now?
4 years, I believe. And when I started Pilates, I had a bad back and I had everything. My back was bad, everything. And it's all core work. And, you do about 50 minutes. I do it twice a week for 50 minutes.
I want him to do it 3 times
Well, a lot of people do it for 30 minutes. And so we're going 50. And it's been great for me. The one thing we need to learn is that we have to keep working out. And my knees are bad, so I can't walk, run, or do that. So Pilates is great. It's been great for me. And I'm going to start swimming this summer once we get outdoors and try to see if I can stick with that too. Get some cardio work in.
The water has to be like 100 degrees.
Yeah, it has to be warm.
Yeah.
It has to be warm. What about the TikTok thing?
Yeah, what about it?
I love TikTok.
He does. He watches it all the time.
I got it right here.
Joe Girard got him started watching it. But our daughter has got him trying to participate.
I got it.
What you doing, Coach B?
Stirring her, whatever it is.
With coffee.
Touch this.
Yeah. End of our TikTok career. Short-lived.
I might have been good at that.
Let's go back to Nico and see how the auction's doing. Don't forget, while we're here.
Auction. Send in some money.
I mean, we could probably just auction off Jim doing TikTok videos. I think that would bring in quite a bit of money, right? Look at these great things here. We're talking about a piece of that dome roof. Oak Hill Golf, one of the premier places in Rochester with Coach Boeheim. The bids have gone up, so thank you so much. But that also means you can't, sit on your laurels anymore. You got to get in there and make some of these bids. How about dinner with legends at Prime? I mean, really, what an opportunity it is anytime you would ever get to talk to Coach Boeheim and some of the great Orange players. So there is time. We're keeping this open until tomorrow at noon. So even when our virtual broadcast ends in the next 40 minutes or so, you can still bid on this overnight and things like that. A lot of great opportunities. The Carmelo Anthony shoes are still there. Tom Brady, best quarterback ever helmet. So a lot of great opportunities to take home some awesome memorabilia. And once again, all the money you use to bid goes to the Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation, which obviously puts it right into Central New York, causes that absolutely need it. They've talked about it all night, especially helping kids in Central New York, especially during this crisis we find ourselves in right now. At that silent auction site, you can also just click the donate button. Easy way to donate there as well, just to help out at this time of need. Jim and Julie, certainly we thank you for all that you're doing. When I got to admit, I'm having a blast tonight. I'm sure you are as well. This is a great time, not just for us here in the house, but for everybody in Central New York.
Thank you so much, Nico. You're the perfect guy to have here.
Great
for
job.
sure. And thank
Great
you
job.
all for bidding. Those numbers look awesome. It's so exciting. We are thrilled about this.
We just got a little bit more now. We spent a long time with Coach K, and we thought you might like to see some of the rest of the talk with Coach K. Yeah, I think the hardest thing is that there's just no feeling that any doctors are on the same page, which I think if you look at history, doctors are very seldom on the same page. You go to doctors
Right.
and you'll get two different ideas. And now you're going to have some doctors think this can work out sooner, some months, some years. So I think somehow somebody has to take charge in the country and get us started back somewhat and see how it goes and make steps at a time, so that from our point of view, for us in college basketball, we have to realistically look at being able to get to school September. If we can get
Right.
to school September 1st, we have a chance to get everything started on the right way. And then they can figure out how many fans come or when they come, figure that out. But if we're not back on campus September, you're looking at a lot of difficult scenarios.
Well, Jim, you bring up a lot of good points, and one of the main things is we need tremendous leadership, and when we do have any type of reopening, it's got to be reopened where the people who are reopening have all the we need balls and uniforms, and you need tests. You need ways of making sure that it's done the right way. I've been particularly impressed with your governor, and because your state has really been, come on, you've been hit harder than the rest of the country. But on a day-to-day basis, he's provided tremendous leadership. And going into the future, he wants to reopen too, but cautiously.
Yeah.
And I think really New York should be the standard that we look at, because he's provided the best leadership, and hopefully when we do reopen, there's not another pandemic, it doesn't spike again.
There's going to be some flashes, but I think sometimes we have to realize that we're still early here.
Yes.
We've got months ahead of us in terms of May, June, July, August. A lot can change. The science can change. We can get something that treats this disease,
huge,
which would be huge. But I think that we're all in the same situation. Somehow we've got to get back. I look to the future in college basketball. There's, the transfers and the G League, and we're losing a lot of great players, and we have to make adjustments and big adjustments this year. This summer is crucial as we move forward. What are your thoughts about all these incursions coming from the outside in terms of college basketball?
Well, you and I have both been involved with the behind-the-scenes stuff with college coaching with the National Association of Basketball Coaches. And, really, it hasn't been the organization it needs to be, where it needs to be. It needs to tell people what we need, not react to what people tell us to do. And I think right now we're in a position where we're going to have, Jim Haney did a really good job as our director, but we're going to have a new director. And it couldn't come at a better time because change, look, it's not going to be like it used to be in anything. So maybe this is a time that we can make up for the lost ground that we've had. And I think it's important too, for you, for me, whenever our time in coaching is over, where we use the experience that we've had to continue to contribute. We haven't done that with some of the great coaches, the outstanding coaches when they've retired, and to be able to draw upon their knowledge without any, you're not trying to manipulate anything. There's a love for the game.
Coach K.
Well, I think the thing that is so important to take out of what Coach says is that we need to work together and we need to listen to coaches about what we're trying to do. Too many times in college basketball, decisions are made by people who have really never been in the game, and they're administrators and faculty people. You have to listen to coaches. They're close to the players. They understand what the players want, what the players need. And nobody understands the game of basketball at the college level better than Mike Krzyzewski does. He understands it and what needs to be done. But we have a very interesting future ahead of us with the G League, with the transfers. College basketball is going to be fine. We have good players. We're going to get good players in college. It's all about the team and the community and the university that supports that team.
Well, we've got a great thing
And
going
we
here.
have that here.
Yeah.
The reason we've been good for so long is because we have the best fan base in the country, not just because they're here, but they follow us. When we go on the road, when we go to New York, there's Syracuse fans. We were in Miami, and there was more Syracuse fans in the seats than anybody else, and that's an important thing.
That means so much to him. I want our fans to know that. I mean, he talks about it a lot after those experiences. It's not just a comment, and it's nothing that we ever take for granted. And I think that really was what your inspiration to start giving back, even in the beginning.
Well, I think so. The fans have been so supportive, and we gave back in the beginning a little bit here and there, and then we just saw how much our fans would support us.
Mm-hmm.
And so many of our fans are just normal people. They're not high. There's obviously all levels of fan groups, but I see fans all the time, 2 people, maybe they have 1 or 2 kids and they have both work, but their season tickets are everything to them, and they come to every game. And they just want to see the team do well. And they're not worried about coaching it or criticizing a player. They just want the team to do well. And the biggest fan group is people that, there's a lot of grandmothers out there that don't come to the Dome, but they send me letters all the time about how much they love the team and the players, and those fans are what make it really rewarding for you, because you need to hear that positive. We all react to negative. Nobody likes somebody being negative to what they're doing, but there's just so many more positive people out there.
And the ones that hike to the Dome on a frigid night, and then our handicap section is just amazing. I've got some great people there that I just love. Betsy, I'm talking about you. Leslie, I'm talking about you. I mean, the effort that it takes to get there, it means a lot that you're there. And,
for all of the fans, it's hard. It's hard to get there. You have
Parking,
to park,
weather. You could watch it at home.
Take a bus, walk across campus.
But boy, do you make a difference being there.
We never thought we would get more than 15,000 people at a game when we first decided to go to the Dome. I mean, I thought that'd be great. 15,000 people, there's no parking. It's cold, winter. And the second year, third year Pearl came, and we went to 25,000 people a game and never looked back. It's been an amazing fan reaction. It's very hard. Most places you drive up within 100 yards, 50 yards of the building, you go in, and that's it. It's hard to do that to the Dome. And our fans get there, and if it's a big game, they're there. Snow, doesn't matter. It's on television, doesn't matter. They come to the game, and that's inspiring. I mean, it's inspiring to me, and to our players. You know, I've said many times, but, you know, not that much on television, but I've been lucky to be at Syracuse. I remember coming here as a walk-on. I was 17 years old. I didn't know if I was going to make it through the first year. It was difficult. And I'm like thinking, I don't know, this is hard. I was a walk-on and they had 20 guys on scholarship. So it was a battle. But, you know, every step of the way, the fans have been supportive and all the way. And that's why it's just been so rewarding to be a part of it and to see so many of our players, the great players, and go on to be very successful and come back every year, come back and see us. And it's just been a great experience for me. And I can't thank the fans enough for everything that they've brought to us, our family, and you know, it's been unbelievable. And
well, and I remember years ago I told the kids, you know, because there's a lot of highs and lows, and we were going through something that wasn't great, and you know, I said to the kids, I'm like, you know, guys, I'm sorry, I know this is hard at times, and you know, what Dad does brings a lot, you know, into our lives, and they were quiet, they were just listening to me, and then they looked at me and they're like, Mom, are you crazy? This is awesome. You know, so really, all those great memories are what are locked in, and your longevity.
Not many young basketball players like Buddy and Jimmy can go watch the Olympics and have lunch with LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and their kids, Dwayne Wade and his kids. And you know, go to 3 different Olympics.
But it just made life real, you know.
Good.
It wasn't something they came back talking about. It was just something we did, and I'm really thankful that was their takeaway from it.
Let's go to Nico, see what comments on Facebook, see if he's got anything more for us as we get near the end tonight.
Yeah, we got a couple from social media, and 1 or 2 from myself, if you don't mind. But I want to say, when you guys talk about the fans, first of all, we had somebody checking on Twitter from Alaska wearing his full tuxedo, Adam. So, Adam, we appreciate you, and that's really cool to see. When we look at it, though, as far as some of the questions here, and Julie, I want to start with you. This one coming into us. During all this, when there's not much we can really do, what are you guys watching together to kind of pass some of the time here while you're staying at home?
Was that for you or me?
That's for you, but I can tell you she's doing all the work. I mean, all day.
I'm not watching much TV.
Our kids get up at different times, and she's making 2 breakfasts, then 2 different lunch times, and then we usually get together for dinner. So it's about 5 meals a day, and you know. But
I'm loving it.
Keeping everything clean, and she's got the toughest job of all.
But you know, we are trying to start watching Harry Potter. Jimmy watched all of them, so he's encouraging us. We're on. I'm on 2.5. But you know, that's inspired Legos around here. I don't know. We're doing. I said the kids are like 5 years old, like, you know, 5-year-olds again, and you know, I want to make their bed and cook their meals. I know that's ridiculous, but
Jimmy and Buddy have watched The Office every episode like 5 times at least.
Yeah, that's on every day.
Before and during. That's every day.
on every day. Yeah.
And you know, there's some really good shows. I love Bosch. It's a detective show on. I think it's on.
But you
Prime.
watch that by yourself. He watches a lot.
I watch that by myself. Money Heist. Jimmy's watching. I caught Buddy the other day watching Scandal, which is a.
Yeah, he likes that a lot. I've never
TV show that I watch. So.
I wouldn't watch that.
But Buddy doesn't. He's working out. We're very fortunate. This has been when the gym was really come in to be a very valuable tool for us. Buddy and Jimmy worked out 4 times a week, and probably the only players in the country that are really working out just as much as they ever would, because they're in the gym and lifting weights, and they're actually gaining a little weight too because they're not doing quite as much running.
And Mom's cooking a lot.
Yeah, Mom's cooking. That's a good thing. Marek is out there with his girlfriend. He can't run, so he's put on 10 or 12 pounds, which is obviously a good thing.
I'm afraid the minute he runs around the block, it's gone.
Yeah, he'll lose some of it, but he's the fans' choice, people's choice. So
yeah, he's easy to love. He's an awesome kid.
We're lucky to have him coming back. He's a tremendous player. He's going to have a great year this year, too. Great year.
Anything else?
One of the questions. Oh, yeah, we've got 2 more. One of the questions for Coach here is that obviously the game is always changing, right? How do you adapt to those changes while sticking to obviously what's gotten you this far in 44 years of being a head coach?
Well, the interesting thing, Nico, is our zone changes all the time. Just because we play zone, people think, well, they don't change. Well, we change our defense. We trap more, we play it different ways. So we're constantly changing, just like a man-to-man team that plays pressure or not pressure or different ways they handle different situations. Our zone changes with every team. And normally we're in the top 5 in the league. This year we were about 8 in the league, which still isn't terrible. But we were, we work on that, and that's always changing. Our offense changes a lot. We went with a lot of perimeters, looking for a lot of threes this year because of our shooters. We started to get Marek the ball a lot more this year because he started to get really good with it, and I think he'll get it more next year. But you're always making little changes with your team, and part of your practices, part of what you're doing. The game's always changing. I see a play in a pro game, and sometimes we put it in our system and it works. But you're always changing. Anything you do in life, any business you're in, any profession you're in, you need to be getting better. You need to be flexible and learning because things don't stay the same. If you stay the same, you're getting passed by a lot of people. So you're constantly looking for change and to do things that can help you win games.
All right, so this last one, I got to admit, it's from me because I was talking with Lawrence Moten about this recently. What are the chances that somebody like Buddy or maybe Joe Girard could break Lawrence's all-time scoring record?
That'd be hard to do. Lawrence, people just don't realize how consistent he was. He was almost a last-minute thought. We thought he was our last scholarship, 15, and the AD didn't think we should give him a scholarship because we had 14 guys back then. And at that time, you have 15. I said, no, we're going to bring this guy. So we brought him in. We thought he'd be about the 9th or 10th man. And then all of a sudden, he was good in practice, not great. And then he got in a game, and he scored 12 points in about 8 minutes, the first game he was in. And then we went on a road trip. We had to play Florida State with 3 pros, the quarterback Charlie Ward and Edwards and Sam Cassell. And we're playing them down in Atlanta, and Lawrence had to start the game. And I wasn't really sure. It was kind of a coin flick. And we started, he scored 13 out of the first 16 points of the game, ended up with 23, and that was it. He averaged 16 or 17 a game every year for 4 years. That's hard to do.
Such a great guy.
And he set that record. It took a long time. It took all this time before it was just broken this year by a great guard from Marquette. But that record stood for the entire length of our time in the Big East, and through a lot of great players. So I don't think we'll break that record. I think his record is going to be hard to break because if you get somebody that's really good and averages 19 or 20 points a game as a freshman, they're probably going to leave. So it's hard. It'll be hard for anybody to break that record now. But let's hope those 2 young guards keep getting better and score a lot of points. It'll make it a lot easier to win games.
And ease the stress.
Well, I can't thank you both enough, not just for today, but I mean, really, I tell people, especially from outside Central New York, this basketball team gets this town and this community through this winter. And obviously, I'm born and raised here, so I was at many games when I was a kid. So even to interview at your first press conference, even be here today, is really a dream come true for me. So thank you so much, Julie. Thank you for that phone call, that first one a few weeks ago, when we started getting the ball rolling with this. What you guys do in the community and just being great people and representatives is so awesome. So thank you so much for having us and for a really, really awesome time tonight. I can't thank you guys enough.
Thank you, Nico. We appreciate you, and you're so genuine and heartfelt in your daily life and on your newscast and in everything you do. And Farah is just you guys are a great couple.
You guys have been great. Thank you for everybody at NBC3. This would not have happened without you. And Julie, I was not really pushing it. She pushed it, and you guys got on board. And I'm surprised you survived that first press conference. I usually pretty hard on somebody in the beginning, but I've loosened up a little bit. I'm a little bit. I think I've.
He promised he'd be fun. I'd like to know what the vote was on that.
Never going to be fun, but I try. I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's hard.
He has his moments.
It's hard for us old guys to change a lot, but I have mellowed in the press conferences. I think you'll agree with that. But this has been a great night. Thank you, NBC3, and thank you for all the people who support us all these years. This is a difficult year, and to be able to do this has been a great feeling to get this in this year. And we're looking for a great return to normalcy, hopefully sooner rather than later, but it'll happen. We accomplish these things in this country. We're going to be back. We're going to be back at school. We're going to be playing games. And next spring, April 24th, I think it is.
Yeah, April 24th, we'll be back at Turning
We'll
Stone.
be at Turning Stone, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody out there.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see my poker group. We usually play out there after that game. So
yeah, he stays up all night.
we stay up late.
It's such a fun time. We're usually dancing to prime time now, eating sliders after at Turning Stone. So yeah, next year we can't wait to get back. But I want to thank you as well to NBC3, to Printing and Promotional Solutions, Todd and Amy Rouge. Mower, I have to say, all of our sponsors, Mower has been unbelievable, helping us on a daily or maybe even hourly basis with all the creative sides of this and the adjustments that we've made. Not only did they create our invitation, they stayed with us in all the adjustments and all of the daily things leading up to this to get the word out. Their creativity is off the charts.
Thanks to everybody.
Kelly Taylor.
Yeah.
And, I want to give a shout out to Elmcrest Children's Center. It's their 175th anniversary coming up. And their event is going to get, postponed because of this. But what Elmcrest does for children in our communities, thousands, is unbelievable. And they're still operating with the kids that live there on their campus, taking care of them, educating them. What Elmcrest does is huge. We're very fortunate to have them in our community, along with Salvation Army Rescue Mission, Casey's Place, David's Refuge, and some of these you haven't heard of because they're smaller operations. And it takes all of them. It takes all of us. We are truly in this together. Let's keep the faith. Let's work on ourselves while we're shut down so that we can come back even better. I want to thank the Weitzmans for their outrageous donation. Congrats to the Palms. We love you, and thank you for your match gift. I mean,
Been
insane.
a great night.
Really,
Been a great night.
unbelievable.
Thank you.
Thanks for being our friends. Thanks, fans.
Thank you.
I'll keep working on him.